Hello everybody. I don't know whether to call you punch needlers or needle punchers. I don't know. Tell me in the comments which you would be preferred to be called. Punch needlers or needle punchers. Needle punchers I think might sound a little bit better, but punch needlers is fun to say. So there you go. Today we're going to be talking about our club that we offer here at Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. And it's the Celebrate. We're using the Teresa Kogut book, Celebrate, a collection of 15 punch needle designs. We are on our fourth one. We're on our third one, April. Third one, fourth one. January, February, March, April. We're on our fourth one. So that's pretty exciting, don't you think? The first month we did the sheep love. Then we did, and I don't think you got to see the final finish of the bird love. But there's the final finish. The frame came from Hobby Lobby. So that was fun to finish. And then last month was Tilly and the Daisies. And I got Tilly done. And look, isn't she fun? I found this can at Hobby Lobby. I love to shop at Hobby Lobby. I don't know about you guys. And then this trim, because, Tilly was in a field of daisies, I had to see if I could find some daisy trim. I was looking for ribbon, but I found this, and I think that's perfect. And then I didn't want to just sticker on something. I wanted it to have some kind of background or some kind of interest going around the can. So this right here is wool that we carry, this Houndstooth Wool. And I just went ahead and glued it. I used that Faber-Tex or whatever that stuff was called that I showed you last month. And I glued it all the way around with 2 rows of the daisy trim. You find this trim back in the fabric department, not in the wedding department, and not in the seasonal department, but back in the ribbon department. And so then I glued that on, and then I glued Tilly onto the mounting board. And that mounting board is really flexible, so I just kind of in my hand kind of made it round and just glued her on. And then I found these in the floral department there at the Hobby Lobby, and I just love how these little pink things coordinate with her little pink things that Tilly's got in her little flower bed. I'm surprised she hasn't eaten all those, because she's a goat, you know.
Well, something's making her ears grow.
Yeah, something is. Something is. So anyway, that was fun to do. I loved being creative with the milk. This is supposed to be a milk tin, and you know, goats and milk. So see how that all...
Yeah.
Yeah, that all kind of went together, wasn't it?
That's creative.
So now we're on to our bunny. Happy Bunny! And this says Happy Easter backwards because remember we're punching backwards. But I kind of wanted you to see the back a little bit before I turn it around because you're going to maybe freak out when I turn it around. See, this says Happy. You can hardly tell what it says until I get the background in and this all punches back to where it's supposed to be. You won't be able to tell. Now, I don't have the Easter in yet. And I've started working on the background a little bit. You can see right here, it's the background color. So I don't have her all done, or him. Do you think it's a him or a her?
It's a bow tie and a top hat. So
yeah. You're going to say
I
it's
don't
a
know.
him?
You'll have to tell us in the comments whether
I think it's a him. I'm going to call it a him.
Know.
I'm going to say him, okay? If it was her, I would have put maybe red cheeks on her. But I'm going to call it a him, okay? So
he has a friend there.
He has a little friend up here in the corner. This is going to be a bird. Once I get it all stitched around, you can tell. You're going to tell it's a bird. But one thing I did want to point out on the pattern, I added a little line right here to give it a head and a body. Because I didn't want this whole thing to go into the wing. So I'm going to show you that on the pattern. Okay, so here's the pattern, And you can see there's the bird. And see how this wing is a different color. This wing is the light, the same as the fill-in of the bow tie. I just made a mistake, so I put this arrow there. See this arrow that I pointed to there so that I would know to make that wing. And so here is the little wing. See that? But what I did was I came in here and I did this. I made, I outlined the whole thing in the dark, but then I did this. I gave it a little belly. And then I made this the light because I didn't want this tail to, I didn't want that to all be one color. So now this is light and this is all light. All right? But it's all outlined in that dark. So this all gets separated. And you can tell that there is a, here, let me turn it around. Now you can tell, see, there's a bird. This is the wing, and this is the head of the bird. Now, that was just my own design change. If you don't want to mess with that, that's all right with me. I don't know how else to make the bird stand out anymore. It'll show up more next month when I have the whole thing done. Another change I made was she called for this light brown to be both words. But I didn't want to just have this dark brown only be in the jacket. I kind of want, because I had a whole skein of it, And so this used, one strand of the skein. And so I went ahead and made this happy up here the same as the jacket outline. And that is on your paper that I give you, all the people who are doing this with the club. That's kind of one of the benefits of being in the club, is that you get a list of stitching, what I would call a stitching outline, what you're supposed to stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it all stitches right in place. You don't get that if you're just doing it on your own without the kit. Okay, you're more than welcome to join us in stitching these. The people that are in the club, though, they get a kit every month. Another thing I wanted to talk about was that with the kit, we are actually putting in the kit the amount of floss that it takes me to do the kit. If you stitch tighter than I do, it may take more floss for you, and you may have to come in and get some additional floss. But we have to gauge it somehow, okay? So we're gauging it by how tight I stitch. And I'm not real tight, but I'm not real loose either. I don't know. You can tell there's some light areas there. But most of all, I stitch pretty tight. Look at that. That's pretty tight. There aren't a lot of spaces in there. So we gauge that on how many strands, or I mean not strands, how many skeins and balls of floss I use. And that's what you get in the kit. If you have a lot left over, maybe you're stitching looser than me. If you don't have enough, that means you're stitching tighter than me. So I just kind of wanted to go over that a little bit in case you run out of a floss and you think, oh, well, they didn't give us enough. Well, maybe you're stitching tighter than me. That's just what I wanted to say about that. And then Nancy, my coworker, who I taught her how to needle punch, she comes to me the other day and she says, how many other people know how to needle punch? Because we need some more needle punch samples. And I said, you? So she went right home and she said, oh yeah. And she made this. Isn't that beautiful? She loves daisies, and it kind of goes with our daisy theme that we've got going on today, because we've got Tilly and the daisies and then this beautiful daisy. And isn't this background yummy delicious? This is Weeks.
Luscious.
Yeah, Weeks Dye Works, and it's that variegated, really gives it some movement. It's fun to touch, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, you don't want to do that with greasy hands, Peter. No, just kidding. Peter just had a snack and I wanted to make sure his hands were clean. So anyway, I just think this is just beautiful. She used the pom-pom trim. The frame come again from Hobby Lobby. We love that Hobby Lobby. You know, we just can't carry everything here. And frames and milk tin jugs, whatever. Just, you know, we don't have the space for all that stuff. So we let Hobby Lobby carry that stuff, and they have a good price. They don't have that coupon anymore, but wait until it goes on sale, you know, because every other week they put half the store on sale one week, half the store on sale the next week. So wait till you can get a good bargain. And that's when you want to stock up on these fun things. Now, Happy Easter. Peter says, what you going to do with Happy Easter? I'm going to make a pillow out of her.
Ooh.
So won't that be fun? So I'm going to look for the fabric today. That's why I brought her in. One of the reasons I brought her. Him. We decided it was a him, and here I am calling
I
it
know,
her.
I caught that. I caught it.
My memory is like this big. But anyway, I'm going to go out on the floor and look for some fun fabric. And see if I can't get this done by the next video, which the next video is going to be all about, and this is one of my favorite things in the book. I can hardly stand it. Feathered friends. Isn't she pretty?
Yeah, you're going to have fun with that.
Yeah. So she's got these little birds that are her friends in a little thing of flowers. And I love her hair because it's dark brown. You know, usually when they do hair, it's always blonde. They always give it to the blondes. But she's going to have some dark hair. If you want yours to be blonde, you can always change out the floss.
Yeah, we need a nice brunette with green eyes.
Ooh, I love that. But anyway, so there she is. She's going to be fun to stitch. She's not real big, and I'm going to enjoy stitching her.
Now, are you going to enlarge that? Are you going to blow that up?
No, this is the exact size.
Are you going to make it like, you know?
No.
Are you going to reduce it in size?
No, I'm not going to do anything but punch it just
like
like
an ornament?
it is. No, I'm going to punch it just like it is.
You're going to punch it just like it is?
Just like it is, yeah.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit smaller than Happy Easter. Okay?
Very cool.
Yeah. Happy Easter almost is the same size as this, I'd say.
It is. I'd say, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say these are gorgeous.
And then Tilly is smaller. And this is a little bit bigger than Tilly, a little bit wider than Tilly. So
we got
So about the same amount of stitching, kind of.
We got Tilly. We got the bun.
Yeah. The best thing about needle punch is it goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to have a lot of quite a collection. We're going to do 12 of the 15 designs that are in this book. So I'm excited about it, and just keep punching, okay? And let me know if you want to be called needle punchers or punch needlers. Talk to you later. Bye.